Hello and welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. So I'm kind of low on resources. So the smelter's up there going strong. And I wanted to come down and dig some more. And so if I do a ping for unknown, you can see there's a bunch of unknown stuff down here. Because if you look at the top right, my temperature reading has dropped considerably. So that's a new block. That's a new block. Some of the plants down here are unknown. If you hit Z, you can zoom in really close, which is awesome.
That's a new block. I was doing a lot of scanning. I don't want to jump down there because it is really cold. Like, way colder than it should be. As far as building goes, I will eventually want to go down there. So let's try to build something. That's a good spot. And oh, that's too far away. So without Arthur feeding me power, I would die. I'm using 3 energy per second just standing here, and I'm not even all the way down there yet. So it's a considerable amount of power to even exist in that biome. So I do want to jump down there really quick, show you how cold it is. So you can see how fast hypothermia sets in. Minus 350 C.
Very, very cold. It's what we call the cold caverns. Ooh. Get around there. Cue the train. Woo! You can recharge. And I got a bunch of research I can do. So let's get these little ones off the way first, these floras. And then these big ones, because it's just the power drain. That's all I do that for. So we get 25 research points for that. Chilled cavern stone. And this one, I don't have enough power for yet. So that should have unlocked cold research, which is 10 simplified and 5 basic pods. Now the naming convention for these, I actually wrote down just to make it a little easier. So basic pods are copper. The basic PCB is, basic. Simplified is tin, which is primary PCBs. Intermediate research is iron, which is hardened PCBs. Complex pods are lithium, which is charged PCB. Advanced is gold with conductive PCBs. XL is nickel with fortified PCBs, and ultimate is titanium with light PCBs. So the name of the PCBs sort of makes sense when you look at it, how they're named. So this is 10 simplified and 5 basic, so that's 10 tin based and then 5 copper based. So it's going to consume a lot of resources. A lot of resources. And it's pretty crazy. As far as other research goes, we've got the basic miner upgrades done. So let's see what that did for us. Enhanced drill motor. Oh, let's do we have enough power for this one? We do. That is a crystal deposit. So the enhanced drill motors is the thing that we unlocked there. We did unlock the Mark II induction, which further increases the speed. We get another 100% bonus. Unfortunately, the power requirements are just astronomical. But, you know, it's progress. Still can't build the basic smelter, which sucks, because I really want to increase our throughput with metals, and it's really hard to do that. So the enhanced drill motor, iron, copper, tin, and a basic. Pretty straightforward. And I have 5 pods ready to go for knocking out the base building automation. We want base building automation. It's a simple research. Start it up. Put these in there. This will chew through all the power that's stored up in here. Kick those generators back on. I mean, it'll burn through a few of these before then, so that's good. But we're going to need the simplified PCBs, or the simplified research pods. For 10 of them, it's going to be 80 ingots, which is a lot of ingots. And right now I'm kind of focusing on copper. My copper went way down. And so I've been trying to focus on copper. This power is suffering because of all the research that I did. I can augment that with this. These line up perfectly. So I can feed it power from this bank over here. And that should help heat it up, get it up to temperature, and back working again, because this thing just eats the power when you do big researches like that. So we take a look at some of the other projects. This intermediate is really what we want, because I believe that allows us to build a smelter. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to build it because it requires nickel and titanium, which is something that's even further down. Even further down than the cold caverns. So yeah, this power finally died. But it should be... it's on its last one now. So it'll just be a minute or two, and that will be done. So this other cold research, which is what I want to do next, is only 5 basics. We have the 5 basics. It's 30 in there, and 10 in there. And then again, this will just suck the power right out of this thing. So this might be close to done. It's about a third left. I did build a little mining system here for coal. I want to try to gather as much coal as I can on my person, so when I do go exploring, I'm not short on the ability to make torches. I usually hold, later in the game, I'm usually holding thousands of coal. And there was one area that I explored that I actually went through 10,000 coal just in torches to try to get my bearings and see what was around me. So this is done. base building automation. See if that unlocked any recipes. It did. A lot of warnings, so you can have warning lights and sirens if things are running out of power. The advanced conveyor filter, really nice, but we are not even close to doing stuff like that yet. Servo motor, lightweight machine housing, auto excavator is a great thing to have. Chargeable explosive, we definitely want chargeable explosives. We have a hive ready to be destroyed, just waiting for it. The macerator is a great tool for clearing. If you have a bunch of stone in your inventory, or if you have a quarry, the macerator is the tool that you use to clear a bunch of that stuff out. So these are almost done. I'm going to need a lot more tin, so let's re-enable tin to be sent down the line. And that should favor tin quite significantly. I would love to build that induction. That would really... That's 50 tin bars. Well, I almost got the copper, but the iron too is... It would speed us up to the point of really being able to smelt a lot of ore in a much shorter amount of time. So there is the basic pods. So I can put those in there. I want to do cold research. Cold research should start. So this will use all the power that these have stored up. So ironically, it wasn't very much. It's like they stopped as soon as it stopped drawing power. It's unfortunate. And I'm going to need a lot of tin. 80 tin bars. I can start on PCBs. On tin, not copper.
I don't know how it chooses which ore to pull out of there. It almost seems random. Because I'm inserting tin, there is some copper left. It goes back and forth. I really don't know how it picks. So we're going to be attacked in 2 minutes. Let's see if we can do anything to help. We need some iron plates, and we don't have any iron. Let's go down and check our iron. See, I don't know why the robot is down here. The robot should not be down here. That is really bizarre. 100, 100, 100, and a little left over. I've been doing some digging down around here, trying to find other resources. There's another bit of iron. There's straight through here. There's a little bit of iron down there. I dug this way. There's some iron on this side, right there. The veins are not too big, not compared to that 3 million tin right there. I would love an iron deposit that big. So we got 800 iron ore. This is a lot of smelting we could be doing. I really wish we could craft another smelter. You can build basic smelters, but you can't put induction on them, and they're half as efficient. So instead of requiring 4 ore, it requires 8 per bar. It's really wasteful. You're already losing so much of the ore that you're mining just because of the inefficiencies with the drills. That smelting and then having that it's too painful. So here's the attack warning. So there's the robot popped out of the ground. He was way underground.
I don't know how it decides how to move him around, but obviously the attack is going to come from this direction. He should be able to hold everybody off. Should. So this is just going strong. So it is done with the basics now. It's charged back up. I should have 10. Let's see if I have any tin. I have 30 tin. 1, 2, 3. So this will make half of the piece or the research pods that I need, which is fine. You know, we're not producing that much power. We're not able to keep up and keep this thing researching at full efficiency. I'd rather have, you know, do it bits and pieces. So the first, let's see, F7. After the first one is done, I will set up my hotbar. Simplified. If you notice, I put them all in the same order. So my ingots, the ores, the pings, and then the experimental pods are all in the same order. I don't know if that's an OCD thing or not. It's so much more organized that way that I just really prefer it. So all this is making, while that is researching, we're smelting more tin. There's 10 more bars. This thing is just pushing out the tin. We need to do the cold research before we go back to the cold caverns, because it's just too cold there. You will die. Even standing next to a torch, you would still die. Pretty horrible death. So there's one more pod that I can throw in there. There's one more that I can throw in there. Should be building one left here. And I have 19 bars. Let's put another 10 in there, and I need another 30 for this. So I need another 21 bars before I can finish that research. So that'll have to wait for the next episode. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.